Well, it happened again. Des Moines police have arrested a man for filming from a public sidewalk. Angel Moses, 38, Kansas City, was arrested by Des Moines police April 8th and charged with interference with official acts, Iowa Code, Section 719.1, while he was filming outside a Central Bank branch from a public sidewalk in the Highland Park neighborhood. Des Moines police officers Chase Williams, badge 5340, and Ralph Nery, 5338, responded to the bank. Nery spoke with Moses for a few minutes while Williams entered the bank, and when Williams reappeared, he told Moses he could not point his camera at the bank's private areas because that's a peeping-tom trespass. Not kidding.
A peeping-tom trespass?
Yes.
How long have you been an officer?
3 years.
3 years?
Yes.
Okay, how long are you guys considered a greenie?
That's not a thing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna advise you to trespass from this place, okay? And also advise that you not film inside a private property again. Okay?
Do you understand I'm on public property?
You're also
Yeah, public.
Yeah, you're okay to be here
Uh-huh.
when you start videotaping inside of where it is a private place that you're not supposed to be. That comes a little different, right?
What is it? Please educate me.
That would be like a peeping tom trespass.
A peeping-tom trespass?
Yes.
I didn't know you can turn a constitutional protected activity into a crime.
Right.
You have your
so
ID with you, partner?
Can we get like a captain out here, please?
I'll just take your down.
A supervisor, please?
Nope. I'm gonna take your information.
You said no, and that's your policy to get a
It's not.
supervisor?
Okay,
It's not.
like, we're asking you for your ID. We need your ID right now. We have to identify you.
For what crime?
Well, I'm gonna advise you to trespass from this property,
My
and
partner just
also
literally told you 2 seconds ago.
we're advising you of.
But I've never been on their property.
Okay. Can I please get your identification, sir?
Can we please get a supervisor out here? I just don't need anybody to do anything,
Is there
or
anything I could say to get you to give me your information?
if you get a supervisor here,
I'm
please,
not gonna have my
because
supervisor come on.
I don't need you guys to make any mistakes or do anything wrong.
We're not
I'm
making
actually out here.
We're asking you for a simple stuff, man. Just
You
your
can-
ID, your name.
Did I commit a crime?
It's like I said, it's that trespass where you can't videotape inside of a private area. Okay.
What do you know about the plain view doctrine? Anything you see from public, you can record. I'm on a
Right,
public
but when you're
sidewalk.
coming up, people are saying you're coming up to the window, right?
I'm right
And
here on the
you're-
public sidewalk,
okay.
officer. You
Can I
are
please get your
officer.
identification, sir?
Can we get a supervisor out here,
So I'm gonna
please?
detain you real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, we can get that recorded.
Okay, get it.
He asked Moses to provide his details several times, as a matter of fact, so he could be formally warned that if he returned, he could be charged with trespassing. Moses refused each request. Williams then cuffed Moses, who was then booked into the Polk County Jail and released on $300 bond. Moses filed a motion to dismiss and quash the charges during his bond appearance, but his motion won't be heard until his pretrial conference set for May 13th at 9:30. That'll be at the Polk County Justice Center. Iowa legislators selected the language of 719.1, interference with official acts, because it conveys active interference. The drafting committee rejected more passive language like object or fail to cooperate. Have a look at State v. Smithson, an Iowa Supreme Court case from 1999. The Smithson court found no active interference in telling a cop to pound sand when she arbitrarily commanded him to address the loud music at his nightclub. Also, in 1984, the Iowa Court of Appeals overturned Douglas Hahn's district court conviction for an interference charge. Have a look at that case, State v. Hahn, Hauan, for failing to ID during a bar raid, in which Hahn was not the target of a warrant or a criminal probe. Because after all, declining requests for ID isn't against the law here, especially when there's no probable cause of an underlying crime. And let's face it, public photography is not a crime, even though the 8th Circuit is struggling to affirm it. Let's be clear though, independent journalism is the scapegoat here, whose undermining by private business through police hurts us all and makes us less free. Now, because the interference charge stemmed from failing to identify, it's important to understand that Iowa has no stop and ID law. And what that means is that even though police may develop reasonable suspicion of criminal activity, they don't have enough to demand ID because there's no specific law requiring it. And that's why you find police charging under obstruction instead of a specific law. Have a look at Kansas City Accountability's video and tell me what you think. The link is in the description.